my voice right here? See how I'm talking right now?
Yeah.
And you see where my mouse is right down here?
Yeah, that tells you how loud.
Yeah. So even just talking normal, we're pegging it out. So you don't have to talk real loud to be.
Don't scream.
Yeah.
I get fired up.
No, we're good. I'm just letting you know that even talking normal, we're good right there, okay? All right, so now let's share my screen.
What's down? What's on?
I will make sure that's over here.
What's that over there?
I just want to make sure that it actually out, so you don't have to talk real loud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So see how loud it is? No, we're good. I'm just letting you know that even talking normal, we're good right there, okay? And all I'm doing over here is verifying that we're good to go, and that way we know that it's recording properly.
Uh-huh.
So when we see this screen up there, then we can start from that point, okay? And I'll turn this off, so that way it's not distracted here.
What's that over there?
I just want to make sure that it actually out, so you don't have to talk that loud. Yeah, see how loud it is?
Mars.
Okay. Well, we're going to restart recording, so turn your phones off, guys, all right, please? Corey? And when you're ready, you just hit the space bar when you want to change it, okay?
Okay.
So from this point on, it's all you, okay?
I gotta have this.
Sure.
Yeah, great studio. Cannot forget about the $10, 10 days for $1.
Hey, Dad, can I grab a couple ice real quick?
Hurry up, real quick. And let Michael know we're recording too, please, all right?
I will do this.
Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready to record, okay?
All right. At this point, we're waiting on you guys, so.
Huh?
At this point, we're waiting on you. Let Michael know, please. How much longer for the microwave, Dawn?
Like 30 seconds.
Okay. Wait, I'm on now.
Is it dryer silence?
What's that?
The dryer silence.
Shut the door. Ready, Dawn? Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Woo! Hey, good evening, North America and rest of the world. Great job for taking time away from your Sunday evening to position yourself to win. You know, a special shout out to all the new guests here tonight. You might not know why you're here tonight, but I guarantee you that at some point you will thank the person who invited you here. A special thanks also to Steve and Gina Merritt, you know, your fearless leaders, you know, for this great opportunity, for giving me the, you know, the chance to speak to you guys tonight. Ron and Don, come on. I have Ron and Don here next to me. We are on our second Nivo energy drink, you know. I'm so proud of these guys that if I start speaking about them, I just start crying right here, you know. Brand new Sapphires. I recorded them, you know, their speech there in Orlando. I have it all in my phone. And I was there like a baby girl crying because I have seen them grow so much. So yeah, guys, welcome to the fast track system. Come on, guys. We are the best system ever, you know. Just to let you know, guys, a little bit about myself. You know, my name is Carlos Concheso. I'm 35 years old. I was born in Cuba. You know, I lived there until I was 17. Then from 17 to 21, I moved to Madrid, Spain. You know, my mom is Cuban, my dad, he's from Spain. So when I was 21, I was saving money because I wanted to come here for vacation. I always heard, you know, America, you know, United States is the land of opportunity. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go check it out. And I remember like it was yesterday. I came here right after September 11th, you know, 2001. I remember it was September 18th, 2001, and all my friends from Spain were, you're crazy, you're going there, all the airports are closed, there's so much going on. You know, I'm saying, you know what, I'm going. You know, you're gonna have a lot of people telling you not do this, don't do that. You know, a lot of people that gave up on their dreams, they're gonna try to take you out of yours. I don't know why, you know, many of them is because they want to protect you. They don't want to see you fail, or they don't want to see you succeed more than them, you know, because you make them look bad many times, you know. So here I am with, you know, Ron, are you keeping track? I just want to make sure you guys, you know. So when I came here in September, I was like, oh my God, you know, I got to see my cousins. You know, I had two uncles here in Florida, my cousins who are the same age like me, and I saw the cars they were driving, you know, how they were work, their jobs. I'm like, I want this lifestyle, I want this. So I went back to Spain, where I was already, I was going to school from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I was going to university there for business administration. From 3 to 11, I used to work at a furniture store. And then I said, what else can I do? What else can I do to make more money so I can pay my plane ticket and come here to US? So what I did was from midnight to 3 a.m. I would go and work at a Burger King. Yes, I was. Many of you didn't know that, but I work at a Burger King for like a month. You know, Burger Kings in Spain, they close really late. There's a lot of drunk people there because they serve beer and wine. So I had to kick out all those drunk people out of there. But with that, once I made the money for my mom and myself, you know, our plane tickets, I'm like, you know what? We're ready. Let's go. And I left everything behind in Spain. I was here at the Miami airport, December 1st, 2011. So it's going to be next week. I believe next week is going to be what, 14 years? 14 years here. And guys, I've been blessed to be in 38 countries, and still, you know, I have not found one better than the United States. It is truly the land of opportunities where dreams come true, but you must take action, okay? So if you're listening to this webcast and you live here in the United States, guys, you already have like 80% of the, you know, of the work done for you. You just have to take action now, because come on. So I moved in here, and when I moved in here, guys, as many of you guys might be listening now, you came here to this country with no legal documents. You know, maybe you're like, what do I do now? I left all my family behind. I left, you know, my food, my family, my friends, my house, so many things behind to start from zero. I was like, what do I do now? Thanks God I had, you know, two uncles and some cousins in West Palm, and they let me stay. My mom and me, they let us stay at their house, you know, for a few months. I was able to borrow some money from them to start my own business, which was an ice cream truck. I used to go around the neighborhoods, you know, selling ice cream. And I remember, you know, my English was even worse than now. It was really, really bad. I remember all I knew was strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. That was about it, just the flavors. When someone would ask me, Carlos, what do you think, you know, about the weather, or what are you doing this week? And I'm like, what, vanilla, chocolate? I was like completely clueless, guys. So when I was able, with that ice cream truck, you know, guys, I was able to pay all the debt that I have back in Spain. I was able to pay my uncles. I was able to move to a new, you know, to a place on my own with my mom. Guys, so many things I was able to do with that. And thinking about that ice cream truck, guys, I was so committed. You know, don't feel bad. You know, maybe you're in a position now that you don't want to be in that position, but that's not, you know, your present doesn't equal your future, guys. I was so committed to those kids. You know, I get goosebumps thinking about, you know, the kids from the ice cream truck. And I was not thinking tonight to share this with you guys, but many of you don't even know. And my mom actually, she heard about it just a couple months ago. She almost passed out. Someone put a gun in my head when I was at the ice cream truck, because I used to go to the real bad neighborhoods, you know, because all the good neighborhoods got a lot of trucks already. So I would go to the ones that was no competition. I would go there. They put a gun on my head, and I was like, what the heck? But any of you probably, some of you would probably just go home. You know, my knees were like, my legs were shaking, but I was like, you know what? I still have one neighborhood left. You know, I had a route, and I said, I know those kids are waiting for me, and I get emotional about that because those kids were waiting for me. They were not even my family or nothing, but I know they were waiting for their ice cream, for the nachos and cheese, for the hot dog. And even though I had a gun, I had, you know, someone tried to rob me or whatever, I went there. And at that neighborhood, they put another gun on my head. And I said, you know what? I have to finish my route, and I went home, you know? So, you know, you got to stay committed, guys. Commit to your team, commit to your goals, commit to your family, because it's really, really important, okay? So, while I was doing the ice cream truck thing, you know, I was going to school too. Then I started working for a bank. I started working for Bank of America. Many of you know. I went to like 7 different interviews. At many of the interviews, they told me, you know, I didn't qualify, not even for a teller position, making $9 an hour. They told me, no, you cannot do it. You know, your English is not good, or your resume is not good enough. I'm like, oh my God. But I kept trying and trying, and I got a position counting coins. I'm like, can I please just have a position just counting coins, whatever? You got to have a position that is not with the public, that it could be behind the scenes. So they said, okay, do that. After 2 or 3 months, they put me up front in the lobby, you know, as a teller. Then I went to be a personal banker to open accounts. Then I went to be a business banker, then an assistant manager, then a branch manager. And guys, within 2 or 3 years working at the bank, I was already a vice president for Bank of America. Not only just a vice president, but I was top 5 for the whole country, okay? And I had like 23 offices under me, you know, crazy, guys. And people ask me, how you made it all the way to the top like that? And it's because, take notes, guys. It's because I was always acting as if, when I was a business banker, I was already acting as if I was the assistant manager. When I was assistant manager, I was already acting as if I was the branch manager. You know, I always stay late. I was there early. I was always trying to prove myself that I could do it. So maybe you are an executive now, or a jade, a pearl, and you're saying, oh, once I reach sapphire, I'm gonna start doing my meetings. Once I reach sapphire, I'm gonna, you know, do 3-way calls for my team. Or no, don't wait. Start acting as a sapphire now. Start acting as a diamond if you have to. You know, many of you are diamonds already. All you're missing is just a few cycles under you. You know, you're already a diamond. You just have to keep acting as a diamond, guys. And don't wait for your upline. Take charge. Take ownership of your business. And then once you can, you know, once you're trusted with a little, you're gonna be trusted with a lot. But you have to prove yourself that you can do it first before you get promoted. That's called the law of promotion. So it's really important, guys. All right, let me take a sip of my peach mango, Nivo. Which one is your favorite, Ron?
Peach mango.
Peach mango. It tastes so good, guys. We're gonna be talking about Nivo in a few minutes, but all those Nivos are so good, guys. So let's keep going here. Okay, no, real quick. Let me continue here with my story real quick. I'm inspired now. I'm fired up. So what happened, guys? Oh yeah, so I was a vice president for the bank. Great, you know, everybody thinks, oh my God, look at him, he's a vice president. He has a huge house in Jupiter. I had a Lexus, Mercedes, you know, all these nice cars, but I had no life, okay? I started gaining a whole bunch of weight. I started losing my hair. I actually lost it all. It cost me a divorce. You know, my son, who's 9 years old now, he had to go to the bank to see me. I remember Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day at the bank, okay? It's funny when people say, oh, you have banker hours. I'm like, I don't know what banker you're talking about, but my hours were like over 100 hours a week. I was working there so much. You know, I'm very thankful of the bank, but I was working so freaking much every single day, 7 days a week there. And I was so stressed out that my own doctor, you know, I was on so many medications, you know, Ambien to sleep at night. I remember my son, who's here next to me right now, he was only like 6 months old. And one night I grabbed him and I was running on the street with him, like 6 months, because the Ambien, you know, that thing drives you crazy. I was taking Zoloft for depression. I was taking so many things because yes, I had that high position, but it came with a lot of stress. Okay, so my own doctor is like, Carlos, you are not even 30 years old, and my blood tests were like an 80-year-old person. It was like terrible. My triglycerides, my cholesterol, everything was bad. So that's when he recommended that. That was back in January 2011. January 2011 is gonna be about 5 years. That's when he recommended juice. He recommended actually the company that we started with. He's like, hey, have you tried Monavi? I'm like, what are you talking about, Mona? What? I thought it was a medication. I'm like, oh, here we go, another prescription. And he's like, no, this juice that it has 19 fruits. He knew that I didn't eat no fruits. I eat no vegetables. All I eat was, I still, Cuban food, which is terrible. But guys, I did not take the time to research about the juice. I was okay, thank you. I did not take him serious. But God is awesome. Like a day after, I was visiting one of my clients and I saw a bottle of that juice. I'm like, wow, that's what my doctor recommended. And I'm like, how can I get some of that juice? And that guy put me in contact with John Siasek. Come on, big shout out to John. He's probably listening, John and Leslie. Woo! I remember, guys, like it was yesterday, 5 years ago. He called me, Carlos. I heard you're interested in ordering some juice. I'm like, yes, please text me the website. I just want to order some. He's like, no, I have to see you. I'm like, no, I just text me the website. He's like, I want to see you so you can taste the juice. I want to meet you. This guy told me you're very sharp. I'm like, oh my God, why this guy want to meet me? All I want to do is order some juice. So he's like, I'm like, I'm really busy. I'm really in meetings all day long. I'm like, do you ever take lunch? Okay, guys, be persistent. Okay, listen to what John told me, and I will forever be thankful for this. Do you ever take lunch? I'm like, well, not really. I usually just go through, a drive-through. He asked me, which drive-through are you going through today?
I love it.
I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, guys, he showed up. I was like, something inside me told me, you know what, let me listen to this guy. I was eating a Boston Market right there in Lake Worth and Jug Road. I don't even know if that place still open. And he showed up with a bottle of juice and he poured some juice. I was like, wow, this tastes good, And he's like, Carlos, let's have dinner tonight. I'm like, dinner tonight? Who's this guy, This is a stranger. Guys, follow your heart, follow your faith, whatever you believe in. I stopped all my meetings. I have my agenda completely packed that night. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go have dinner with this guy. And I show up at his house. We had dinner there. And all of a sudden he told me, oh, by the way, we're going to a presentation. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, let's go outside. And when I went outside, there was Matt and Kim Curtis, which are our great diamonds in Junes. And they were in a Rolls Royce. And they were like, come on, Carlos, let's go. I'm like, oh, no, a presentation. What is this about? Guys, I was, you know what? I'm just going just for the ride. I've never been in a Rolls Royce before, so I just go with the ride. I just go because the ride. And here I am, in a Rolls Royce with Matt and Kim Curtis, with John Siasek. I'm like, I don't know these guys, but they made me feel so welcome. They were so loving, so interested in hearing my story. I'm like, you know what? This is great. Then I went to a presentation. No one was really pushy. No one was there on top of me. I actually went home that night and I started researching everything. I went on Google. I went here. I went there. Guys, you're probably listening to this for the first time. A lot of new people here. There's a lot of negative things, I'm sure, but don't waste your time watching the negative videos. I actually would be concerned if they're not talking bad about Junes. I would be concerned. Because they always talk bad about successful companies. They talk bad about Junes. They talk bad about Walmart, about Target, about Disney World. They talk bad about everyone that is succeeding. So focus on the good. Watch the videos that are, the good ones. So I was like, I couldn't wait to be 7 in the morning so I could call John. I'm like, where do I get started, And then the minute it was 7, 8 a.m., I called John and said, hey, I've been trying to order some juice. I haven't been able to. What do I do? And then he sent me the link to sign up. And guys, the rest of history. 4 or 5 years later, here I am, with the best family ever, traveling to over 38 countries.
Come on.
Businesses everywhere. Marcus, my son, who's 9, he's here with us. He's been in 31 countries. Crazy, guys. Before, I hate going on vacation because when I used to go back to work, there were piles of paperwork everywhere. Now I go more on vacation than ever. So guys, here, fast track system checklist is really important, guys, that you take a picture of these, or just go to the fast track system website. Steve and Gina Merritt are awesome. They right now they have a 10-day trial, right, for $1. A $1 10-day trial, guys. Try it. Look at it for 10 days. Download everything you have to download for $1. If you don't like it, just cancel it. But I'm sure you're gonna love it and you're gonna stay. Set up your own conditional auto ship. You can read there, guys. Make sure you do all that. Fax your W-9, your wallet. Not only you want to do that, but you want to sit down with your team to make sure they're doing that as well. Take ownership of your business. So there's great videos there in Team Fast Track also. Awesome videos. Let me see. 7 skills to success. Guys, these 7 steps are really, really important. Steve and Gina Merritt, they did a presentation about these in Singapore in front of 15,000 people. And guess what? I had to do the same in Peru, not in front of 15,000, but maybe 500 people. And I asked Steve, hey, Steve, I love that presentation so much. Can I please have it? And he's, of course, Carlos. So he emailed me the presentation, and I did it in Spanish. I know there's great videos from Mr. Frankie Lanosa. Frankie in Team Fast Track. You can watch those videos. He does a great job with that. So make sure, guys, you follow those steps. Importance of events. What can I tell you guys about events? Events are where leaders are born. It's super, super important. It's the most productive way to duplicate yourself. Talking about events, we just came back last week, guys. It seems like it was yesterday, but it's been a week already, from our One Junés Orlando convention. Close to 5,000 people from all around the world there. People flew from Taiwan, from China, from Australia, Peru, Brazil, Mexico, Chile, so many countries, guys. I know many of you probably invited people that live in Orlando, West Palm Beach, Miami, and they couldn't make it. But you know what? It's okay, because they are watching you. Make sure, if you were there, make sure you're posting on social media all the time about it. You're sharing with people, guys. You have no idea how many people that told me no at the beginning, they are reaching out to me now. Once they see that you become successful, that you qualify for the cruise, that you are going to these events, that you're taking pictures with millionaires, they're like, oh my God, that's real, that's true. How they want to hear more about it. Okay. So let's see. I love this. This is our new mission statement, guys. I took a picture of that. The Junés family, we are truly a family, guys. We help each other all the time, regardless which team we're in, or down line, cross line, or like Cedric said, the orthopedic leg or whatever. Yeah, we don't care. We just help each other, because when we use, you can use my story. Even though if you're not in my team, I'm not in your team, you can say, you know what? This guy, immigrant, he just came here from US, blah. You can share my story. Or you can say, hey, you can go after vice presidents, doctors, attorneys. Guess what? No one ever spoke to me about network marketing. No one ever. I guess because people are intimidated by successful people, not once. I know the tellers, the bankers, they used to get bombarded with so many companies. Amway, Herbalife, these so many companies. No one ever spoke to me about it. So my advice to you is, if you have people in your phone that are successful people, business owners, vice president, bankers, doctors, guys, talk to them, because those are the people who need it the most. Okay. Start sponsoring your level and above. If you consider yourself an 8, from a 1 to a 10, let's say you're an 8, guys, make sure you're going after the 9s and the 10s. It's easy to sponsor the 1s, the 2, the 3, the 4s, the ones that are doing worse than you financially or whatever, but you want to sponsor your financial level and above, your confidence level and above, because let's say you're an 8, all the 1 through 7, they're gonna look at you and say, you know what? Oh yeah, Carlos can do this because he's an 8. You know, he's an 8. Yeah, he was a banker. He was this. He can do it, but I cannot do it because I'm a 2. But if you sponsor 9s and 10s, they're gonna be like, you know what? If Carlos did it, he's an 8. I can do it too. And those 9s and 10s, you don't have to be motivating them. They're already successful. They already know how to win. Steve Merritt knew already how to win. He was already a world champion. Hello? Why do you think his sponsor called him 12, 13 times? Because he was already a world champion, you know? So make sure you guys are going after the champions already because they know already how to win. So the Younes family creates positive impact in the world, guys, by helping people look and feel young while empowering each other to unleash our potential. I love this mission statement, guys. We're just average people getting extraordinary results, you know, but instead of you doing 100% of the work, it's like 100 people doing 1% each. We're all supporting each other. We're in over 120 countries. The more events that you go, you're gonna get to meet more people from around the world. You know, I have people that are not even in my team that they are in Dubai. They tell me, Carlos, whenever you want to come to Dubai, you stay at my house. Every time I go to Brazil, these people from Brazil, they are not in my team. They pick me up at the airport. They take me to the best restaurants. They offer me their house. Same thing in Peru. I'm a celebrity in Peru. You know, when I go there, people wait in line. Imagine 500 people waiting in line to take a picture with you. That was like a big wake-up call for me. I'm like, what are they waiting for? Carlos, they're waiting to take a picture. What? People, there was a little girl from Peru that asked me in Orlando last weekend for an autograph. She's like, Carlos, can I have your autograph? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Guys, the same can happen to you, okay? All right, let's go. Oh, look at that. That was the 60s party. Guys, that was so much fun, right?
Yeah,
Donna?
yeah.
Guys, we had a Sapphire. It was open to the Sapphires first. So much food, drinks, guys. It is so worth it. You know, it's not gonna be easy. It is worth it. As I see this picture, I get all emotional because there's people from all around the world there. We were all dressed up. First time I dressed up in my life like that. I was, you know,
cute too. You were cute.
yeah, I know. A lot of people told me, Carlos, that's good that you don't have hair because you look a lot better without it. So, yes, it was so fun because here I am in the restroom getting dressed, and I was looking through the little thing in the restroom. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to get out of here. I waited like 20 minutes there to get out of the restroom. I'm like, I'm not going to get out of this restroom until I see other people dressed like that. So the minute I saw the people going in dressed like that, I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one. Let's go. So we had so much fun, guys. Super. Okay, look at that. Nivo, guys. These energy drinks are so sexy looking. They're awesome. They taste so good. I haven't made up my mind yet which one I like the most. Peach mango, mixed berry, lemon ginger, acai grape, guys. They are awesome. I love them. Everybody loves them, right?
Yeah.
I bought while I was there, I bought 4 cases. You know, I bought actually the $1,000 kit, and I drove home with that. They're almost gone already.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's crazy. Make sure you are getting them on the street. I recorded a video and I put it on Facebook. I said the first 10, you know, who comment, you know, they're gonna get a free can. Oh my God, within seconds. I have people from Germany, people that from Panama, people that I don't even know, just strangers. I'm like, they're not even my friends. How did they get in here? But they are posting, you know. And Ron and Don, they actually, when you guys are awesome at sending out samples, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Those samples work.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, send out samples, guys. People, once they try it, you follow up with them. So what? They might not want to build a business now, but they are just a customer. It's okay. Happy customers refer more. You know, when I started in network marketing, they were talking to me about the Rolls Royce, the Lamborghini, the $1 million. I was not impressed by that. All I wanted was the product because I was eating terrible and I needed the product. So don't push people into their business down their throat. You know, get them, you know, wherever they're ready at. You know, maybe they just want the products. Okay, products, it's okay, no worries. All right, this is awesome, guys. There's Gina Merrick, come on, and Mr. Marcos Concheso. There he is. I got his attention now. He's here next to me, guys. That was so nice, so awesome. You know, hundreds of people from Team Fast Track, we all got together after the big convention for the training. And even though they had a big agenda, to cover, Steve and Gina, they made time to sing happy birthday to my son. He's 10 years old, and I'm sure he will never forget that, guys. Now that he's 10, for the very first time, he has a cell phone. He got Instagram. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm like monitoring everything he does there now. I'm freaking out a little bit, but it made me feel a lot better. It made me feel very good when I look at his phone, and his first followers I was his first follower. That was like, yay. Second, it was Steve Merritt. Third was Calvin Becerra. And fourth was Frankie Lanosa. I'm like, good. Follow those guys. They are good. So come on. Then we went to Disney World, guys, where dreams come true. We were there the next day. Steve and Gina Merritt, even though we were so busy after a packed weekend, we still took time. In that picture, there's so many missing because they got there after. We had so much fun at Magic Kingdom. We had a great day, great weather. We had a golden ticket. And Steve told me, Carlos, this is how the Merritts go to Disney. And they showed me a golden ticket. We didn't have to wait in line. That ticket, you cannot even purchase it. I don't know how they got it, but they got it. Marcos went on Marcos, what's the name? The roller coaster. I don't know. The
Space Mountain?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. He went like 3 or 4 times with that golden ticket. Guys, we had so much fun. People, as you can see, that from all around the world. At the end, we were giving each other hugs, kissing, high fives. We couldn't even understand each other, but we were like, okay, see you next time. See you next. It was awesome. There are the Merlots, Mayra, so many. There's Marcos, Frankie Lanosa, so many great leaders, guys. It's fun when you go. It's fun when you go to these trips with people, with people from your team, with your extended family, because you have more fun. Period. Okay. All right. Talking about more fun and going with family to places. Vegas, baby. I've been in Vegas probably, I don't know, like 8 or 9 times already. But every time I go back, guys, there's new buildings, new attractions. It's like they make it new every year. It's like, what the heck? I was here 2 months ago and they have new stuff. Guys, LEAD 2016 is our next leadership conference. Thousands are already registered from all around the world, guys. I got my ticket right away, not only mine, but you can get up to 50 tickets. There's a cap, 50 tickets. So guys, if you can afford one, get one. If you can afford 5, get 5, 15, 20, whatever you can afford, guys. You don't want to be there by yourself. Make sure you're there, bring your team, get registered early. Remember, leaders are born at these events. It's gonna be March 10th through the 13th. Every time we go to Vegas, we have so much fun. We always go to Cirque du Soleil and we go to a lot of shows, and come on, fire up. Make sure you guys get registered for that. Yes, year-end success. Guys, this company, they're just throwing cash at us. It's awesome, guys. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at my wallet and they put $6,000 in there from the Sapphire promotion. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Yes, let's go. So what I did with that money, I went ahead. You don't have to do this. You can use it for whatever you want. But I went ahead and purchased rooms, suites for everybody, for my team at a very nice resort. Thanks to Mayra also, that she gave us a great discount. We had almost entire building was all our team there. We have parties there until 2, 3 in the morning until security showed up. That's when we knew. People were like, Carlos, how late you're gonna stay? Until security shut us down. So I use that money for that, and not all the money. I still have some left over, guys. But make sure you guys are taking advantage of these promotions. The company puts these promotions out there for us to win it. It's not just to look pretty in there. It's for you to take the cash home, for you to get it, okay? So you can make actually up to $4,550 by December 31st. $4,550, guys. Make sure you read through these. Make sure you look at your back office, get with your upline, take a picture, of the screen, understand it, know it. It's through December 31st at midnight, guys. Starting November 1st, guys, run for your life. There's only, I wrote it down earlier, how many days left? Oh my God, I wrote it somewhere. There's only like, how many days? Like 32 days left or something in the 30 some days left in the year, guys. It's so imperative that you guys respect timing. We just respect timing, okay? We just left the convention where our chief visionary officer, Scott Lewis, said that we haven't even hit momentum yet, guys. We're number one all across the board. We're getting so many awards everywhere. So many awards that it's like, we got like the Oscars, like the Oscars of network marketing, the Grammys, the Oscars, all the awards that you can imagine. We're getting them left and right. Make sure, guys, you're running. Our Scott Lewis said, we don't slow down for the holidays. We speed up. That's when we speed up. So he said, we don't slow down for the holidays. That's when we speed up, guys. And it cannot be any more true. Throughout the holidays, I remember, guys, I know Matt and Kim Curtis started like a couple of days before Thanksgiving. I know Steve and Gina Merritt, they also started a few days before. Guys, throughout the holidays is when I hit all the levels at the other company that I was at. So make sure, guys, because a lot of people during the holidays, they are used to spending money. They have a budget, or maybe they don't have a budget, but they're used to swipe their credit cards. Why spend the money at Lancome, Chanel, all these brands when we have the best products here? Okay, this is the time where families get together. People that do not see each other throughout the year, they get together now. So take advantage of that. You don't want to jump the minute you see your aunt that you haven't seen in a year. Hey, Junez, no, talk to her first. Make sure she's the one asking you the questions. You have to, once she sees that your skin looks better, your hair, your attitude. Hey, what's going on, nephew? You look different. Oh, I'm glad you asked. And then you tell them. This is the time that there's so many holiday parties at work. I'm not saying mix work with business. With the network, with your Junez business, but this is the perfect time, guys. Don't wait until January 1st to say, oh, I'm gonna start running January 1st. No, start now. We have, guys, fast track systems opportunity webinars, guys. There's no excuse. Come on, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, at noon, at 6 p.m., at 8 p.m., 11 p.m. Guys, make sure you're plugging in your family, your friends into this webcast, guys. It's super, super important that they're plugging in, These are industry leaders with over 100 years of experience working for your success. Come on, the Mediterranean cruise, guys. Come on, guys. Lifestyle rewards. Junez knows how to do these, guys. Come on. I think Ron has something here for us. Or maybe not. It's okay. Guys, you want to qualify for this by January 31st. Come on, you can double dip. Because if you run for the Yes promotion that I was just talking about, you can actually qualify for the cruise too. Come on. Guys, do not let that cruise leave without you. You and your family deserve to be there. That's the horn from the cruise, by the way. You guys deserve to be there, guys. I have been blessed to be at every port, every of these ports, Barcelona, Cannes, Rome, Palma de Mallorca. These places are unreal. Pictures and videos are not. I've been at all these places, and when I look at the pictures and the videos, even if you use a filter application, still the beauty is to be there. You have to be there. You cannot express that. I'm actually thinking, they don't even know this yet, but I don't know if they're gonna have room left in that cruise because they want to make sure all the ones who qualify go in there. But now they're thinking about adding a second cruise because the Norwegian Epic, which is the second largest cruise in the world, they have inside they have a circus, they have a Blue Man. I took Marcus for a Blue Man Group show for his birthday, Universal last weekend. They have the Blue Man Group in there, guys. That's a show that is worth hundreds of dollars. It's included in there on the cruise. They have an ice bar, ice bar. It is crazy. So what I want to do is, because I've been there, but many of the people from my family haven't been, I'm planning to take, of course, my son Marcos. I want to take my mom. I want to take my dad, because my dad and my sister and my brother, they live in Madrid. And I'm going to tell them, hey, meet us in Barcelona. Let's go on this 7-day cruise, baby. Come on, look at Marcos say, woohoo! It's going to be so much fun, guys. Do not miss it. Make sure you're there. Qualify and save some of the $4,550 that you're going to earn. Save it, because you're going to need it there. There's some big shopping there, a lot of excursions that you want to use that money for. Fire up. This is how you can qualify, guys. Make sure you understand this. Take ownership. Remember, I told you, act as if you already qualify. Act as if you. Make sure you understand this so you can explain it to your team. If you don't understand it, how are you expecting your team to understand it? You know. Come on. Let's see what else. Orlando, December 1st, guys. I'll be there for sure. I'm actually yeah, I'm going this Tuesday to Cuba after many years. I'm taking Marcos there with me. I'm gonna be celebrating my 90th, my grandmother's 90th birthday. She's 90, guys. Wow. And she's 90, and she inspired me so much, because I called her last night to ask her, hey grandma, what do you want? What can I bring you from here, from United States? Most people that are 90, they maybe ask you for some medication. No, bring me this medicine, or bring me, I don't know, a dress. She's like, oh, can you bring me some nail polish? I want some pink nail polish. I'm like, what, nail polish? That's what she wants. She obviously thinks, inside her, she has like another 30, 40 years of life in front of her. So I'll be in Cuba from Tuesday. I believe I get back November 30th. I'm gonna spend Thanksgiving there, but I don't care. When I get back, I'm glad I'm back before December 1st, because I'll be in Orlando at this UNES opportunity meeting, and I hope you are there also, because Double Diamonds, Steve and Gina Mary will be speaking for free. There's no cost for this event that night. And then the next day, December 2nd, Discover UNES from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll be there as well. Make sure you go online and buy your ticket for $39.95. That includes your full day presentation, lunch. Come on, your lunch, everything is included. You're gonna get to see the founders there, the CVO, the president of North America, vice president, all these leaders, guys. There's something magical about these events. You could hear the same thing 20 times, but all of a sudden you hear it from a different person for time number 21, and then you're like, bam, a light bulb goes on. So make sure you guys go there, because get registered tonight, because at the door, I believe it's $40. I mean, it's more. It's more money. I don't know how much, but it's usually more expensive at the door. Come on, Black Friday. Who's excited about Black Friday? Come on. Black Friday, guys. I won't be here for Black Friday. I'll be in Cuba, but my heart will be here with you guys. Guess what? We cannot say too many details yet. Number one, because I don't know them. And number two, it's a big secret. Make sure for the next couple of days, you guys are on social media. Keep an eye on your email, because they're going to announce the biggest promotion ever in the history of UNES. Our CVO said it, Scott Lewis. They said that our founders are very impressed by this promotion, and they cannot wait to announce it. So make sure you guys are there, and make sure you guys take advantage of it. Make sure you guys are posting on Facebook about it. Start the excitement, okay? So people can be ready. Why spend all the money? Best Buy, Brands, but all those places they don't pay you. Spend it here in your own company. Okay, fire up. Let's see. Make your week count, guys. Like I said, there's only like 5-6 weeks left this year. What you do this coming week is gonna set you up for the months. What you do in the month is gonna set you up for your quarter. What you do in the quarter is gonna set you up for the year, guys. So it's very important. Start with baby steps. Dream big, guys. Dream big. So I don't know what your dream is. My dream, I posted on Instagram this morning. My dream was never speak in front of thousands of people or travel around the world, or that was not my dream. My dream was just to be able to pick up my son or drop him off at school whenever I wanted to. I didn't want a boss telling me, no, you cannot, or you're fired. My dream was just wake up in the morning whenever I wanted to, or go to sleep whenever I wanted to, or not having to shave, you know, something so simple. Today I look like I look like Fidel Castro. Here I'm like I'm without shaving, and people are like, Carlos, you haven't shaved in a week. I'm like, yes, that was my dream accomplished, check mark. Because I used to have to shave every single morning. You know, I hated it with all my heart, guys. So whatever your dream is, you can accomplish it. Okay, set goals. You have to set goals. What's your goal for this week? Who are you gonna talk to? Who you're gonna reach out to? Who are you gonna send the video, the 2-minute video to? Or all the new ones that just got loaded? You know, they load them in the website. All the new videos. Who are you gonna to do that, guys? If you don't set goals, the week is gonna go by. It's gonna fly by so fast, and then you were like, "Oh, what did I do this week? Nothing." You know, time and money are always looking for a place to go. They're always looking. If you don't allocate your time and your money, it's gonna be spent regardless. So you wanna set goals and you wanna take action. Take action is the most important advice that I can tell you guys. Action, life rewards action. Okay, so I believe, is that it? All right, so that's it, guys. God bless you guys. Have a great holiday, you know, great Thanksgiving. Make sure you reach out to your family, to your team. Thank them, you know, recognize them. I don't know, guys. Make sure you run for your life, because I guarantee you that is worth it. Okay, fire up, guys. One team, one family, one Younes. Woo! 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 Good. Okay. I don't even know how much. It was like an hour.
All right, so stop.
You covered a lot of stuff that was good.
Thank you.